The man brought his blind girlfriend to a freezer and told her to open it. Even though she was confused, he insisted. When she lifted the lid, she was shocked to find a dead body inside. It was the caretaker she hired after her surgery. Turns out, her boyfriend had killed the caretaker and taken their place. The woman realized her boyfriend planned to kill her because just half an hour earlier, she had discovered he'd been secretly collecting photos of her and her sister. They had been stalked for a long time. The discovery terrified her, so she secretly removed her bandages and prepared to run. But right then, she saw the caretaker approaching with a knife. Sensing something was wrong, the man suspected she might have regained her sight, so he pointed the knife at her eyes to test her reaction. When she didn't move, he let his guard down. That's when she realized he was the one who killed her sister. A month earlier, while she was at work, she suddenly had a strange feeling, like she couldn't breathe. She immediately sensed her sister was in danger. She and her husband rushed to her sister's house. Both sisters had vision problems, but her sister's was worse. She was completely blind. The woman always worried about her. When they arrived, no one answered the door, so her husband broke in. Inside, he noticed the basement door was open and went to check. To his horror, he found her sister had hanged herself. Police launched a full investigation. The medical examiner ruled it a suicide, since there were no signs of foul play in the room. But the woman couldn't accept that. She had seen many photos inside the house. If her sister lived alone, who took all those pictures? Plus, her sister was always cheerful. Still, those were just suspicions. With no real evidence, the police couldn't do anything. After her sister's death, the woman began suffering from insomnia. She was devastated. Her own eyesight started to deteriorate. Doctors warned her that continued stress could cause total blindness. Just when she was about to give up the investigation, a neighbor revealed something shocking. Her sister had recently started dating someone. That man likely left the stuff behind in her apartment. Later, the woman found a card in her sister's house. She and her husband followed the address to a restaurant. When her husband stepped away, she asked the server if they'd seen her sister with her boyfriend. The server said yes. He remembered the woman with her eyes bandaged, but the man had no distinct features. She shared this discovery with her husband and said the killer must be her sister's boyfriend, who vanished right after her death. Realizing he couldn't hide anymore, the man confessed everything. He had found out from the doctor that the sister's vision surgery had failed. Hearing the truth was too much for the woman. She tried to leave, but her vision suddenly began to darken. The emotional shock had triggered her blindness again. She couldn't even see the car approaching in the distance.